Hello. Hopefully you can all hear me and the sound is all good and all that. I'm just going to test it out now on my end. Hello. Hopefully you can all hear me and the sound is all good and all that. I'm just going to test it out now on my end. Well, I think that's fine. We'll try like that and then I'll wait for people to join and then tell me if that's fine or not. So yeah, this isn't going to be a long stream or anything. I'm only probably going to stream until about until the next half hour or so, or probably 25 minutes at this rate. Mainly because, like I've said a dozen times, I'm not a big, online player, so obviously this is the main point of this beta. I'm mostly just going to mess around in training with a few characters, mostly Jin, maybe a bit of Huarang, and maybe a couple of other characters that people want. Like I said, it's not going to be long. I might do one online match. I'll see how I feel, but yeah, not going to be a long one. So it's just basically just me trying out the game. I've already played a bit of it. If you saw on Twitter, I posted some impressions, very brief impressions. I am quite a fan of the game. I think it's pretty good, but I think in some ways it's very similar to Tekken 7. Not that that's a bad thing, but yeah, they're not really shaking things up or like rocking the boat too much, which I think will vary in terms of if that's a good thing or a bad thing for most people. Like some people might feel that that's a bad thing, some people might feel that that's a good thing. I'm in the middle. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad. It's just more like really good Tekken, which at the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for. So I'm just gonna post the link to the stream on Twitter now, so people who follow me on Twitter can check it out. And then once that's done, we'll start. We'll go straight into it. Please let me know if the sound is alright, if you can hear me, if the game is too loud, etc. And I can adjust it before we start. Just finding the link and then good to go. Right then, I think we're good to go. So controller, there it is. So I have heard that there's a way to play just do training mode without being bombarded by online online invites and stuff like that. Well, not invites, but the matchmaking, because obviously because it's a closed network test, they want you to play online. So even while you're training, you keep getting messages. So I don't know how you do it exactly. I will give it a go. But if need be, worst case scenario, I'll just have to continuously ignore all the matchmaking options that come up. So yeah, so this obviously, I assume most people have probably seen it by now, but this is the new character select for Tekken 8. I think it's alright. It's very Street Fighter 6-ish. I don't think that was intentional, but it's quite funny how similar they are in quite a lot of ways. There's definitely a lot of room for more characters, though. You can already tell that, like, there's going to be at least, like, another row, probably. I can see probably the game launching with probably 3 rows of, I don't know how many that is, of Ev8. So, we could get another 8 more characters. I think that's totally believable. Like, I would not be surprised if we got at least 8 more for the base roster. There's no game audio. Okay, cool. How's that? Just checking on my end. Okay, that sounds fine on my end. I was just waiting for the stream to catch up. Cool. So, just Jin for now, to the surprise of no one. One thing is, obviously the load times in this are a lot better, but still nothing. It's really weird. I can hear it's very quiet. Let's go through some of the settings. Oh, hello, greetings. Nice. Didn't know I had someone from Algeria on the channel. That's great. Yeah, I think I just had it really quiet because, yeah, I'm always really wary of like the best way of like mixing audio and me talking in the game and all that. Cool. I can adjust it a little bit. Let's try that for now. Do it to that. So do this one. I haven't done this one yet.
Get ready for the next battle.
It was combo challenges. Is that how you did it? Let's try that. Oh yeah, I heard that this was basically the way to try, basically to do training without, you know, getting invites for matches. I might just leave it though because it's a bit boring to look at. But at least I know that for when I play it normally. I'll just deny all the invites I get. So yeah, I have played this for a bit, as I said at the start of the stream. Like basically, I'll give it a recap because I've missed it. I think it's good. I think this game's really fun. It's not a lot different from Tekken 7. Like obviously, there's differences here and there, like the heat system, and obviously Jin has a lot more stuff now. But I think at its core, it just still feels very similar to 7, which I don't think is a bad thing. It's just similar. Like it's not really shaking things up like Street Fighter 6 is compared to 5. But no, I think that's understandable given given Tekken 8 and Bamco are in a position where they don't really need to like save the series like kind of Street Fighter 6 did after 5. So I think that's understandable. You know, like I said, I don't really blame them for that. But yeah, the game's fun. I think at the end of the day, it's just more great Tekken, which, you know, for some people will be enough. For others, you know, I can see it being a bit disappointing. But yeah, I don't mind it. I think the game's fun. I think Jin's very fun. He's obviously he was my main. Him and Steve were my mains in Tekken 7. So which is weird because I'm fine if Steve misses this one. Like, I'm alright if we don't get Steve straight away. I'm just glad I've got Jin. I'll keep I'm just trying to read. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Fat Third Stragglers community around here in North Africa. That's really cool. I actually never knew that. That's really cool. I'm glad Third Strike has a big followings all over the world. I don't really know if there is any in the UK. I'm sure there is, but you know, obviously they'll be all over the place. There'll be some here and there, but no, that is really cool. Yeah, it is really fun. Like, I think they have done a good job in making it. In some ways, I kind of feel like this is kind of how Tekken 7 should have been in some ways. Like, I don't think Tekken 7 is a bad game, but I think the story goes is that, like, I think Tekken Tag Tournament 2, like, didn't do as well as they were hoping or expecting, so they kind of, like, didn't give 7 that much budget, and, like, at the time, like, for most of Tekken 7's life, you know, it wasn't really noticeable, but as the years got on, especially these last couple of years, like, it's really noticeable how kind of like, not just bare bones, but just like a lot of the flair of Tekken was really lost with 7. That is now back in 8, like little intros at the start of every match, well not every match, I think most matches, like characters having little intros, like both, you know, brief bits of dialogue in like a cutscene, and then they have like a little pose, like I think Lars and Jin, for example, they like bump fists or something like that. Like that stuff like was really missing in 7, and now that it's back, like it's really cool. It's like, oh yeah, this is how I like recall Tekken going, you know, like this is how I remember Tekken as a kid, having these little flares that were, you know, just made it all feel a bit more special. That wasn't in 7, but you know, back. I just realised I've got all this shit on the screen, which I always normally turn off. Yeah, so I'll hide that, and then I'll hide that. I think that's it. I'll keep the command history on if anybody's curious about that. Yeah, I feel like Steve will probably be in the game. He is one of the only like real kind of staples from 3 characters introduced before that kind of, you know, has been very consistent coming back. I mean, to be fair, from I mean, Christy and Marduk were both in 5 and 6, so you know, it's not exactly like they've, you know, they've barely come back. But obviously 7 was just Steve for a while, and then Marduk came back, and then Christy came back. I've always felt like Christy was a character who not should have been in 7, but I'm surprised wasn't in 7, because I don't know, it's always felt like they were like one of the kind of female characters that hadn't really come back outside of like Judd, who I always thought was, you know, more likely to be in this game. But yeah, in terms of other characters I want, I really hope we get Kunimitsu back. It would kind of be a shame if she was wasted for like pretty much the end of Tekken 7. I'll always, you know, hope for Armor King and Mokujin, even though I feel like the latter, you know, I don't know if he's unlikely, but yeah, it's always weird with like mimic characters. It's like, you know, do you just put them in the base roster, or, you know, it's kind of a bit not cheek, but it's kind of, I feel like it's a bit of a hard ask to have someone like Mokujin or Compbot as like DLC. Yes, I did hear about that. I did hear that Hwoarang's design was done by Hiroaki, which is, to be honest, it's one of those things that just it makes sense once you like know that. It's like, oh yeah, of course, because this is like the most not simplistic, but like compared to like, I mean, when you stand here and you look at what Jin's got here, and I think Jin has one of the most like kind of low-key designs compared to a lot of other characters. Like if I had Paul here, actually, I think he can switch. If you look at like, I don't know, quick select. When you look at Paul and you look at Hwoarang, it's like, oh yeah, it's like night and day. Like you can tell that like Hiroaki did Hwoarang, and you know, someone else who works on Tekken probably did Paul, because Paul looks awful. Yeah, I heard that Mike Tyson was a guest for that. That's very interesting. To be honest, one of those things, I would totally be fine if Mike Tyson was a guest in Tekken 8. I mean, we already had Negan, so it's not like we can get any worse than Negan. I've not actually played this before. And everyone I've played as so far has just been very fun. Nice. That was cool. Yes, I think the first kind of like wave of the beta or the closed network test is console only. I think it's PS5 only. But I believe the next test, which is I think next week, I think that's PC. It might be PC and Xbox, but I'm pretty sure it's at least PC and yeah, I think it's definitely at least PC. But I can't remember if it's Xbox as well. But for now, I think this one is just PS5. I definitely think it's really good. I'm actually really enjoying it. As I said earlier, it does remind me a lot of Tekken 7. Not in a bad way, but it's just kind of, it's more of Tekken 7, but just kind of like, not so much better, but just kind of a bit more flair to it. You know, the presentation's a lot nicer. I was saying earlier, like the little intros between characters before like the actual matches is back. Like they things that had been in like quite a lot of the other games that wasn't in 7, that is kind of now in retrospect feels a bit glaring that wasn't in 7, but now it's back and stuff like that. Gameplay wise, I think the heat system's fun. I enjoy, you know, doing R1 and then pressing R1 again to do the big, you know, flashy move like that. I think that's really cool. I've enjoyed doing that. I've been playing Jin a lot in the times I've been playing this. Jin's really fun, which is good because he's my main, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, like, it's just really good. It's just more solid Tekken gameplay, which, you know, I think is all you can really ask for. Try someone else for a bit. I'll give Lars a go because I haven't actually tried Lars yet. I'll go Buff now, I guess. And I shall put King in the game for a bit.
Get ready for the next battle.
Well, the load times are at least a lot better. Like Tekken 7's load times were so bad. Yeah, I'm definitely very excited for Rashid. I think I mentioned it a while ago, but I haven't like fully announced it yet, I guess. But on Monday, I don't know what time on Monday, probably about the same time as I start this stream, to be honest. I'm gonna do a stream for Rashid's release. I'm gonna go through his arcade mode, and then I'm gonna try and find him in World Tour, and I'm gonna do at least his mastery of his Bond. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna do the style because that would just take too long. But I'm gonna find what item, you know, maxes him out the most. Probably grind some money, although I might try and grind some money before the stream, so you're not just watching me fucking do scrapping for like 10 minutes. But yeah, I'll do that. I'll grind some money, and then I'll just buy whatever item Rashid likes the most, and then we'll do his mastery of his Bond, and then see what, you know, artwork we get from that, and then maybe do another arcade mode depending on how long that takes, and then yeah, that'll probably be the stream. But yeah, so that'll be Monday. I'll be doing that on Monday, so I'm actually quite looking forward to it. Like, I'm actually really excited for Rashid. It's really good. Yeah, that was just fun. Don't know if I'll main him, but he's pretty decent. I think so far, honestly, like Jin, well, I mean Jin definitely, I was probably going to play Jin, you know, regardless, because I'm just such a fan of his, but Hwoarang, I played him earlier today when the beta opened up, and like, I was like blown away how much fun he was, how like lightning quick as well he is. So I think at the moment, just, you know, in terms of the characters we know so far, he's definitely at least, you know, as a secondary main for me. So I'm probably going into this game with Jin and Hwoarang, you know, in mind. But we'll see who else gets announced. Like I said, I think we'll at least get like another 8 characters. You know, maybe 6 to 8 characters left revealed. But we'll just have to see how it goes. I might give Steve, you know, a kind of a shot, because like I said, I did play him in 87 quite a bit as well. So I'll give give someone else a go for a bit. Does anybody have any recommendations for characters I've tried? I've tried a bit of Brian, I've tried a bit of King, I've tried a bit of Asuka, haven't tried Claudio, haven't tried Law, haven't done Leroy, Lily, Nina, tried Paul, haven't done Xiao Yu, Kazuya, Jun, or Jack 8. So, but I don't mind trying anyone. Like, I've done Hwarang, I've done Asuka, I've done Jin, done Brian. So, yeah, to be honest, one thing I really know, it was weird at first actually. When I did the tutorial, when I first opened up the beta, I actually felt like the game was a bit slow. Like, just something about it, the way the characters moved. But then once I got out of the tutorial and actually went into training mode proper, I was like, man, like, this game's actually like really quick. Like, I feel like it's actually quite a bit faster than 7. Yeah, I'll give Leroy a go. I'll do the C. We'll do Kazuya. But no, yeah, like, I am definitely excited for this game. I am quite looking forward to it. Probably not as much as, like, you know, other stuff. Like, I think definitely at the moment MK1 is probably the thing I'm most excited for in general. Like, I really can't wait for MK1. Oh yeah, speaking of that, reminds me, we're probably getting that Comic-Con panel soon. So, oh, I'm not actually seeing this colour because wow, I really like the white. So that's probably like close to midnight for me by the time that happens. So I'll try and do a video on it tonight. It'll be very late for me because I'm busy tomorrow pretty much all day, so I won't have a chance to do it tomorrow. So I'll try and do a video on whoever gets announced for MK1 tonight. Bloody hell, Leroy's light. Everyone in this game is so fast, it's actually like crazy how quick everyone is. Oh, that's interesting. He's so quick. It's that thing, Leah. I'm literally just kind of like mashing at this point with these characters. I've not actually really looked at anyone's moveset properly yet. So this is all literally just done from no real knowledge, which I think is good. And I think it's honestly one of the, you know, the plus points for Tekken is it's a very masher friendly game, and not in like a scrubby way, but like I can, like, me and my brother can play Tekken, and like neither of us really know that much knowledge about it in terms of like playing it, because we mainly played Tekken 3 and then Tekken Tag Tournament as kids, and then I played a couple others after that, but he kind of moved on. But like he can jump on Tekken 7 and like relatively easily do really cool shit, and I think with this it's going to be even easier to do really cool shit, because you can literally just press R1 twice like I've just done there and you just do a really fucking sick looking move, and that's for everybody. And I think that's just gonna, I think that's one thing Tekken does really well, is that it makes the player feel like they just do cool shit constantly. I think that's one of its many pluses. Yeah, I saw that. I've seen there's lots of it. I think there's like a combat tease on the stage somewhere. I think there's like there's an advert for combat, which is really cool. I would much prefer Mokujin over combat though. I would be a bit bummed if we got combat and not Mokujin, but yeah, at the end of the day, I wouldn't really complain that much. It'd be bummed, not the end of the world. I've got Jin, like, and that's literally that's how much I love Jin. It's like I've got Jin, but I'm not really that bothered about who else gets in this game at this point. Like, I kind of just welcome anybody. I will look at some move lists actually, because I want to see if you can get the dog out. Oh, that's actually really cool. It actually says how, like, the best way to use the move. Like, this one is, you know, good for getting a counter hit on block. That's really cool. Recommended combo is that, and then that, and then that. Oh, cool. Yeah, this is stuff I'll go through, you know, my own time, really. This is literally just to give it a test drive and just be like, hey, because I was really surprised when I actually got into the beta, because I put my email in ages ago. I honestly kind of just like You know, forgot about it really, I guess, and just, you know, kind of moved on. And then when I heard codes were going out, I just looked at my email. I actually looked at the wrong email at first. I looked at a different one I have. I didn't see it, and I was like, oh, okay, like whatever, like not the end of the world. And then I looked at another email and I solved it, and I was like, oh shit, I did it with this one, I guess. I completely not even did it with that email. I was quite fortunate because I didn't get into the MK1 stress test, which I was bummed about, but you know, not the end of the world because I've pre-ordered it, so I will 100% play the game before it comes out, which is cool. Like it's not a big deal, like, because I think MK1's coming out so soon. It's cool to be able to play Tekken 8 at the moment, even though we don't know when it's coming out. Part of me still feels like it could be this year, but I feel like we would have had a date by now if it was. So it's probably like early next year. Yeah, there's one. I mean, obviously it's a very kind of closed stress test and all that, you know, closed network test and all this stuff. But I think already there's a lot of like good quality of life and just in general just things added to this that well, just flat out weren't in Tekken 7. So it's good that you know, they've you know, finally been,
Get ready for the next
you know,
battle.
making moves to make stuff like that better. Like the load times as well. Like that was a very chief complaint a lot of people had for Tekken 7, and it's, you know, it's good that it's fixed now. Never been much of a lore player, so I don't expect much here. I don't know why. I've always liked Forest more. Probably because 3 was my first one. I just realised as soon as I was saying that, I was like, yeah, of course, Forest was my favourite. It's the one I knew first. But yeah, they'll probably never do Forest again. I think Marshall's just way too popular. That's different. Normally, because you can just do three of the spinning back kicks, or back somersault kicks. I really wish I could just not have that constantly pop up, but I get it. It's a closed network test. You want people to test the online. So, can't do that. Yeah, I'm thinking February or March. I think this is like, it could be when this comes out. It's weird because we've not had a reveal for a while. Like the last character was Claudio, who I'll play next. Actually, I'll play Claudio next. He was the last reveal, and we only got his trailer the other day. But he was announced when the closed network test got announced, and yeah, we've not had a reveal for quite a while now. I think Claudio was like that reveal was for like not a few months ago, but definitely like at least a month plus. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe someone who knows when that happened, like than I did. But yeah, it feels like a long time since we've actually had a reveal. It was like Brian at was it Combo Breaker? So the Combo Breaker or CEO or someone who's one of the ones in the US. Because it seems like the kind of revealing characters based on like what country the tournament is in, like the Tekken World Tour is in, which I think is a very smart strategy, because I think they did Orang in Korea, which obviously makes a ton of sense. Like, why would you? Yeah, Law's alright. He's probably, him and Oscar, I think so far are the only characters. Well, like, they're fun, but I can just tell they're not really my thing. Like, I know I'm not going to spend a lot of time with them. Swap in Kazooie for Jin for a bit. It's weird because I actually never really played much of Claudio. He's so flashy, like his moves, like all the arrows and the glyphs and stuff. It's actually really cool. Like the visual effects, like they're definitely in your face as much as Tekken 7's was, but like they just look like the quality of them. Like that looked fantastic. Like I don't think any effect in Tekken 7 looked as close as good as that. I don't actually know what it's. Oh, yeah, it was that. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure, but Yeah, there's so much cool stuff you can just do in this game. Like, it's so flashy just in general. Just so much shit going on, but it doesn't feel like it's distracting in the sense that like there's tons of like sparks and shit going everywhere, but like it's not like off-putting, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like, it's all over the place and it's constantly in your face, but it doesn't really bother me, which I'm surprised at. Yeah, it's really, really good. Like, it's like, again, kind of like what I said at the start, like, it just feels like how Tekken 7 should have been. Like, Tekken 7, I didn't think it was an ugly game the whole time, but I definitely in the last couple of years, I'm like, man, like, Tekken 7 was really showing its age in terms of, like, how this game was borderline, in, like, you know, in all honesty, was a borderline PS3 game, in some ways. So, you know, it's glad that they kind of, like, it's not anything, like, you know, shockingly different or amazing or mind-blowing or anything, but, like, it just looks really good. Like I said, that's all you can really ask for, really, is that the game just looks good. But yeah, it definitely looks better in person than it does in trailers, which I've heard actually quite a lot of games these days are apparently way better in like look way better in person than they do, you know, in trailers. I think one that was really surprising for that was KO 15. Like, I remember like seeing all the trailers for it and being like, oh yeah, the game looks good, blah blah, and then I got like the first beta they did, like played it, and I was like, holy shit, this game looks so crisp. And, like, obviously I obviously still think that, but like, it's one of those things that was just really, really cool about, you know, stuff like KOF and this. And I think Street Fighter definitely, I think Street Fighter, you know, matched it. Like, there was no real big jump between how Street Fighter looked in the trailers and how it looked in the game. Like, it looked good both of them. But yeah, I've heard the same for MK1, that MK1 looks way better in person than it does in trailers and stuff, which is really cool. Definitely can't wait to actually like get my hands on it at some point. I'll probably do 2 more characters and then I'll probably call it. I know it wasn't a long one, but yeah, it was basically just to, you know, play the game for a bit and then just kind of, I'll do John for a bit, and then get my thoughts on it out there and, you know, see, just kind of chat a bit about it.
Get ready for the next
yeah, I don't think, I definitely can't do a stream tomorrow for it. I probably won't bother on Sunday. And then it's Rashid on Monday, so yeah, this will probably be the only chance I'm going to get to actually, you know, do something on it today, so I thought I'd just do a little bit of a stream just to kind of celebrate it and just mess around a bit. Man, everyone's really fun. It's actually like crazy how they've actually just made everyone really cool. Oh, that's John's. Oh wow, that's honestly one of the more disappointing ones I've seen so far, in all honesty. Yeah, it's probably actually just a few hours away by now. I think it's about, so it's 7 minutes past 8 PM for me here in the UK, and I think the CDCC panel starts at like 11:15 PM. So yeah, only a couple of hours, about 3 hours away, which is cool. So I'll definitely, you know, get ready for that, and then hopefully be able to make a video on it and get that done before tomorrow, so I can just let it upload tomorrow. But if not, if I don't get it done by tomorrow, then I will. You'll get the video on Sunday. So you will get it. But yeah, it just might take a while. Yeah, John's fun. Like, I definitely don't think I'm going to put much time into it, but yeah, definitely not bad. And she looks good. She feels good, so that's good. I'm glad, you know, because it's been such a long time since she was gone.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, that's cool that he actually turns devil. Nice. That's really cool. That's sick. I really, really like that. Actually, one thing I have noticed, I was talking about this earlier to someone, is I love how on the character select screen, Kazuya's nationality is Japan, but then it says, it says none, but then in like brackets it says like renounced Japanese nationality or something, which is so badass. Like that's such a cool like thing to have. It's like a, you know, and then the whole like nationality screen in the stats on the characters, like that's so cool. Definitely getting lots of people want matches, because there was really not that many this morning. It was, I mean, there was definitely I was definitely getting quite a few, but definitely nowhere near this morning. So obviously, imagine people across the world probably getting to work and coming to play. Yeah, Kazuya is cool. I definitely like how he plays. I do wonder if Heihachi's going to be in this game. I'm not against it. Like, it would be cool if they actually like stuck to their guns a bit, because there's the thing with death and fighting games where it's like, yeah, it'll never last, and like Heihachi will be back in the game eventually. Like, I'm not gonna ever like assume or pretend that he won't be coming back at some point. But like, you know, with it pretty likely that like M Bison's probably gonna come back in Street Fighter 6 at some point. Like, it'd be cool if at least one like video game, like fighting game death, actually like stuck for at least one game. But at the same time, I would actually be pretty hyped if Heihachi came back for this. He's always been a pretty fun character. Yeah, and also it just doesn't feel right without him in some ways. Like, I know I'm always a stickler for like, oh, you know, gotta rotate rosters, don't want to get stale. But there's just some characters that are just really like synonymous with their franchises, and Heihachi's definitely one of those characters. Where, you know, it's just, in some ways it just wouldn't feel like Tekken without him. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I fully agree with that. He really has achieved like final boss status. Like he feels like such a just dominant like powerhouse. I am definitely interested to see where the story goes. Like Tekken 7 story, I thought was pretty bad, but like the actual narrative of like Kazuya finally taking on Heihachi and eventually beating him, I thought was really cool. But like I was always the one of like, the next game is going to be my thing, because that was at the time theoretically going to be Jin versus Kazuya, which is the one I was the more invested in. So yeah, I'm definitely way more excited for the story. Even if the quality of the story ends up being as bad as Tekken 7, it's like, I just think the premise is definitely more my thing. Yeah, he would look really sick in this game. Honestly, in some ways, it would be stupid, but I would actually like be totally down for it. I would love it if they did, if they just did like Robo Heihachi, where it was literally just a robot that just looked like him, or even like a Mokujin doll dressed up as him, or something daft like that. That'd be so funny. Like I would, but like literally just played like Heihachi and would have like a normal like Heihachi skin as an alt, but it was literally just like a wooden doll or a robot. I think that'd be so funny. That would just be so like Tekken to me. Just like, oh, like Heihachi's back, but it's just a robot. Yeah, I definitely think, I don't know if he'll be like one of the last ones, but I do think he'll probably be DLC at some point, because it would just be too much like, it was just too much of like a money grab. And they've done like non-canon characters before, like Kasumi in Tekken 7, like she was already dead, like, you know, obviously before the first game, but obviously she was still playable in 7, it was like the boss and all that. So it's definitely not impossible for them to do a character who's playable, but you know, he's dead at the same time, it just isn't in the story. So yeah, there's every possibility that Heihachi comes back, whether he's, you know, one of the last base roster characters or he's, you know, DLC. Because that's the thing, like, even if they brought back M Bison in Street Fighter 6, if he was still dead, like if it was like, oh, like M Bison's dead, but like here he is just non-canon, like seeing some plays and like factor in the story, I'd be fine with that. I just don't want them to just immediately go back to Bison and Shadow and like, oh, you know, here's JP. Oh wait, no, never mind. Oh, here's Gil. Oh, no, here's just Bison again. Here's Shadow again. So, but anyway, this isn't about Street Fighter. Yeah, Kazuya's fun. I will do. Let me see who I've got left. So I've done Asuka, but you haven't seen me play as King. I've done Lars, haven't done Brian on stream. I've done Claudio, done Law, haven't played Huarang. The only ones I haven't done are Lily, Jack, Nina, and Xiao Yu. I really don't want to play Jack or Nina, to be honest. I'm really not interested about either of them. So so out of Lily and Xiao Yu, first one to pick one of them, and I will play them, and then I'll mess around with them for a bit, and then that'll be my last one. for a second. Lily, yep, no problem. I'll do Lily. Don't think I've ever really played much of Lily though, to be honest. Also gotta go ask if the opponent. It'd be weird if I didn't.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, she's not bad. I doubt she'll be my thing. Like I doubt I'll really play it that much. But she's not bad. I certainly get the appeal. That's nice. Yeah, to be honest, the whole thing, yeah, she's not bad, but yeah, just I don't think she'll be anyone to put any serious time into, I guess. But yeah, she's not bad. See, I was like, it's that crazy thing. Like, honestly, every character I've tried has just been really fun. Like, even though most of them are characters where I'm like, yeah, I'll probably not put too much time into them. Just really, really cool. Like, just so fun to play. I think everybody's really cool. Like, even like other characters they might add. Like, this might be a game where I honestly just enjoy playing with everybody. Which definitely wasn't the case with Tekken 7, but I think at the same time, by the time I got onto Tekken 7, it already had like a lot of characters, and I just don't think I was ever really willing to play as many of them. Like, I was never going to play as like Ganon that much, or play as I don't know, probably most of the new characters. In all honesty, like I think I played a bit of Josie. Didn't really play much of Claudio, to be honest. Master Raven, I don't think I ever really played. Lucky Chloe I didn't play as, but I wouldn't be surprised if she's in this. Oh yeah, 100%. It's actually like really surprising that they haven't shown off Yoshimitsu yet. He's definitely like an imminent reveal. I honestly, to be honest, Evo's like 2 weeks away. Did it just crash? Oh, that was really weird there. The whole thing just froze for a second. Oh, it's probably because of that. Yeah, I definitely think Yoshimitsu is probably Evo. We might get multiple, but I definitely think if we're going to get one Tekken 8 character revealed at Evo, 100% be Yoshimitsu. Yeah, like I said, it's really weird he's not been shown off yet. I think he's the last of like the staples outside of like Heihachi, who like those characters who've never missed a game. Like I think he's one of the last they've that is to be shown off yet. So either he's got a really, really cool design or a really freaky design, but I don't think you can get any freakier than his Tekken 7 like squid design. But yeah, the bears, I definitely think the bears could definitely make it. It's weird because it's like, as much as I'm not totally against it, I would prefer it if Panda and Kuma were like on the slot again. Not because I have anything against either of them. Like I like both. Like I've always thought, just the bears being in Tekken is just it's just something. It's just always been a part of Tekken for me. Like it's just something that's just like, oh yeah, like Tekken has bears for some reason. Like it's always just I've always just like accepted that. So I would definitely want them in. But yeah, like would I want them to take up 2 slots? No, if I can get away with it. But it's not the end of the world if they are, I guess. Yeah, I'm probably going to leave it there, to be honest. I'll go back to the character select for a bit. Yeah, so the game is fun. I think they've done a really good job with it. Like I said at the start, it is really just more Tekken 7 than anything. Like it's just like if you've played Tekken 7, you pretty much know what you're really going to get. Which isn't a bad thing. Like I said, I have no problem with the fact that this is very Tekken 7-y in quite a lot of ways, but like it just feels like Tekken 7, but like just kind of way better, really. So that's good, and I'm definitely excited for the rest of the game. I'm definitely excited to see the rest of the cast who gets revealed. Also like very excited to see what other stuff is in the game, like what game modes. I really hope there's at least a versus CPU, because it's kind of crazy that like Tekken 7 just never had a versus CPU. That's always something I enjoyed doing. But yeah, just really excited to see more of the game, see who else they reveal, and just get my hands on, you know, more and more characters. But yeah, I'll leave it here for now. As I said earlier in the stream, the Mortal Kombat 1 reveal, I will try and do a video on that tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it will definitely be Sunday. Monday is Rashid, so I will be streaming roughly around the same time I was streaming today, to go through his arcade and his world tour stuff. So yeah, make sure to tune in for that. I don't know if I might probably put something in advance on Twitter saying that maybe the YouTube community channel, like, oh hey, this is something that's going to be happening. So yeah, just keep an eye out on the channel, keep an eye out on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, the link to my Twitter is in the description of the video. If you want to follow me there, I post a lot of stuff there that people tend to like. Usually it's like, you know, just random stuff I find on artwork and Street Fighter 3. But yeah, but just in general, I also post updates on what I'm doing with the channel and all the videos and stuff. So yeah, feel free to check all that out. Until Monday though, I shall see you all later. So goodbye.